Hello Internet, this is Olin from What I'm Listening To, here, once again, with another episode of Quickies. The first CD I have for you today, I have Morphine's album, Cure for Pain. Morphine is one of those bands that I've seen around, known their name, but never actually listened to them. And I rented out this album per the recommendation of my friend Nico, who really, really liked this. And honestly, was kind of surprised. I kind of expected this to be sort of post-rock sounding, especially since I think there's 2 saxophone players in this band, at least one, but for some reason I see this cover and I just get post-rock vibes from it. And as it turns out, it's a much more lively jazz alternative rock. Very, very caught off guard by it, but still really, really liked it. It's a very fun album. And I will most certainly be checking out more of their work after listening to this. I'm now noticing Miles Davis Funeral, which I think that's a song, but that should be enough of an indication that this is kind of jazzy. But yeah, anyways, this is a great record. Definitely check it out. Next up, I have a classic. I have Boston's self-titled debut album. I got this because this particular edition is a re-release and remaster. And I've definitely listened to the original version, but I never really listened to this remaster. So I wanted to check it out, hear the difference between the remaster and the original. And yeah, just go from there. One of the cool things about reissues like these is they'll usually have a booklet that kind of talks about the history of the album, the making of it. Sometimes they'll have an interview with the members of the band or the producer, or even both. But as you can see, there's this nice kind of write-up on the making of the album. And just from what I was reading here, it looks like that the producer of the album was about to give up his career as a music producer and agreed to record this album, supposed to be the last thing he'd ever record, and it changed his life. So good for him for finally getting a break. This album's great. Just to touch on some songs, More Than a Feeling is a classic song. Rock and Roll Band's a great song. Peace of Mind's a great song. My personal favorite is Foreplay Long Time. When I used to play the Rock Band games, that was featured on Rock Band 1, and I just thought that opening riff was so killer. And re-listening to it today was a lot of fun. So yeah, this is a great album. Next up, I have something a little more modern. I have Grimes' very first album. I have pretty much everything else by Grimes on CD. I think now that I think about it, I think this is the only one of her studio albums I don't own on CD. I might actually have to buy this just to complete the collection, but we'll see. I don't know what this is. That's interesting. But yeah, anyone by now should know who Grimes is. Weirdo, electronica, dance, music. Now the ex-wife of Elon Musk. May their relationship rest in peace. Yeah, don't really know what else to say about this album, apart from this is her first album, and I think it'll be interesting to listen to this after hearing literally everything else by her. I'm curious if this will be a little more stripped down, a little different, as far as just a direction she's going. Maybe she's a little more playful and experimental, but who knows? I'm looking forward to finally listening to it. Next up, I have a Weezer album. This is their album, Everything Will Be Alright in the End. I have really mixed feelings about this band now. Obviously, their first 2 albums are classics, and I do actually really like the Green album as well, but lately they've just been making music that is sort of stupid or strange, or I don't know. It's not to be taken seriously. And I've just sort of fallen off this band, but I haven't completely lost hope. I know that they have a couple later releases beyond Ratitude and Hurley that were pretty good, and this is one of them. I really like the title. It's very uplifting, kind of gives you some sort of hope. The cover is a little strange, but, Weezer is Weezer. They do what they want, and they're silly. But yeah, I loaned this out because I really just wanted to listen to it and see if I ended up liking it. This one and their White album are the ones that I'm wanting to hear. So I found this one. I just need to find the White album. But yeah, I mean, as a fan of their first two records, I like the melodies that Rivers can write. I'm not so much focused on the lyrics, which again are very tongue-in-cheek, very silly. But I think Rivers does know how to write good, fun lyrics that go with the good, fun melodies. He does on those albums. This is a long booklet, my God. But yeah, so not really sure what to expect from this one. Kind of going in with low expectations, and in a way I'm hoping that that'll make the listening experience a little more pleasurable, but we'll see. I cannot figure out this booklet, so I'm going to put it off to the side and fold it off camera because I don't want to ruin this. All right, the last thing I have for you today, this is a local band, actually. This is a band called The Reds, The Pinks, and Purples. This came on at work not too long ago, and I really, really liked it. It kind of sounded like if the band Real Estate was fronted by the lead vocalist from Guided by Voices. Just very easygoing, chill, mellow music with that sort of, I guess you could call it kind of husky, almost kind of gravelly Guided by Voices vocalist. The name of him is escaping me. But yeah, and what's even cooler is one of my coworkers is featured on one of the tracks here. I couldn't tell you which one it is. I just know he plays rhythm guitar on one of the songs, which I thought was really, really cool. I might actually have to get this. I like having songs and albums that are just easy to put on when I don't know what else to put on, something that everybody could vibe to, or just have on in the background. And this is one of them. So definitely check this group out. Very, very good stuff here. All right, Internet, that does it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week.